Hey guys, this is Dragon Rockstar here, and I got one of my favorite decks that I've been working on lately. It is Black Dragon BA. So now this deck is very consistent. It's basically around 41 cards. It pretty much works. I love it how it is. It's just broken in my personal opinion. In this certain meta, it's pretty consistent, and you can break certain boards or make establish a certain boards to basically stall out and get your opponent. So I really love this deck, and I hope you guys really enjoy this deck. There's not much else to say about it. I got the extra deck, main deck, and side deck. So let's just go ahead and get to it, if you guys get what I mean. So first off, for the normal summon monsters, you do a couple normal. There's a couple normal summon monsters in the deck, due to the fact that sometimes you really need to get a summon out. So I play 2 tour guides, 3 Mathematicians, and the 1 Fiendish Rhino. The reason why I play Mathematician at 3 is because usually I want to see it as fast as possible in my hand. Tour guide not as much, but since tour guide is at 2, I figured I would play it at 2. I'm kind of happy thanks to that ban list. And then Fiendish Rhino, you only really ever need the 1 for the combo piece specifically. I only use it just to be sent off I forgot his name. Give me a second. I sent it off of Cherubini. Cherubini, you send this to the graveyard and you get combo. So basically that's the reason why I only play the 1 Fiendish Rhino, because I never really want to see the other one in my hand. Mathematician, like I said, I only really use Mathematician just to send Glow Up Ball or the Mecha Pento level 2 monster, so I can start off on combo to give me another level 3 on the board. And then Tour Guide is just Tour Guide. It just basically helps you off with your Burning Abyss engine. Speaking of the Burning Abyss, I played the 1 Graf, the 1 Seer. I hate that Konami didn't bring these back at whatsoever. But I played 1 of each of those, and then on 1 Libic, and then on 1 Farfa. Farfa is just another monster. Basically, if I draw these 2, it's basically combo no matter what. 2 free summons, basically. I will probably end up having another level 3 in my hand, and I just go up with combos. And then Seer and Graf is basically to start off with Fiendish Rhino. Fiendish Rhino basically helps you get with all that. So yeah. Konami, you need to bring these back. I swear to God, these deserve to come back to maybe more than 1 of each. Just basically help the consistency of Burning Abyss itself. I do play another for all my level 3 monsters that I currently play. I play 3 Defrag Dragon. The only reason why I play this card is basically because it's another free level 3 I can get on the board. And what it does is you can send a monster from your hand to the graveyard just to special summon it. So it basically gives you a free summon. It's also dark, which doesn't really need to play anything. I only use it because of the sending effect. And if you're lucky and you have 3 if you have 3 of the same monster in the graveyard, probably like Mathematician, you'll probably banish those to get free summon, special summon it back out. I don't really use that other effect, but it could come in handy just depending on what you play. So yeah. For the other level 3s, I play 2 Psychic Wielders and 2 Psychic Trackers. The reason why I play this is a 2 of 2 because most often I want to see both in my hand as fast as possible. Because I just love their effects just to be a free summon onto the board. If I had it my way, I probably would end up probably cutting them down 1-1 so I could play some hand traps. But other than that, I may deck these as a full-on 2-2. Plus, is sometimes you can always side deck them out, so usually they don't become bricks. But for now, I like to play 2 of each. Then for the 103s, I play the 1 I can never pronounce this right. Archer, and then Edgem Sabers. Now, Edgem Sabers, I barely use this effect, but it comes in handy every once in a while because you can send it off Transbinding. And then Sea Archer, you always send it off of either Transbinding, you can send it with Mathematician, but most often you probably wouldn't. And plus you'll probably mill it off of Nate and stuff. So I really barely, these 2 just come in handy whenever you need another level 3 on the board. Then for the high level monsters, I play the triple Malicious. I like Malicious. I'm going to play 3 in this deck because this is just another monster just to link off. You could go to Overlay Power or Synchro Power and things of that nature. I don't really go for those, so I think 3 Malicious is just, it's just there just for link fodder for my personal taste. Then the main boy of the main card in the whole entire deck is triple Block Dragon. Block Dragon's good. It's basically the reason why you play this deck in the Pacific way. This is just consistent as well. Block Dragon basically allows you to turbo off a lot faster and go off a lot of different combos. So I like it based on that. Plus, the first link way with this card is just, it's perfect. Because you end up getting either Fossil Dino, Gigantes, and stuff like that in your hand as fast as possible. Speaking of Gigantes, I play triple Gigantes, the one Fossil Dino, the one Revival Golem, and the one Giant Rex. This is basically your engine on how you can go off with Block Dragon. Giant Rex is just in here because it's a free banish and you go off combos. Because once you banish it off with Block Dragon, it's just a free summon. Revival Golem's in here because those of you that has been watching my channels for a while, Revival Golem is just a free level 4 Earth free summon. When it's sent from the deck to the graveyard, you could special summon it. I can also add it with Block Dragon, so it could be just more banish fodder for Block Dragon. And then Gigantes is self-explanatory. You search it off pretty quickly. And then Fossil Dino is because you mainly probably end up searching both of these and add both of these to your hand. Then you'll probably banish off the Fossil Dino to go off the combo, a different way for combo. So these are all basically the best level 4 Earth monsters you really need for the deck. Then I do play one Gizmek. I only play one of him. He's only really useful based on its ability just to basically special summon. I'll end up using it for link fodder, or I can actually just overlay it with Block Dragon just to get a rank 8 out on the board a little bit faster. So he's just there because of that. And he's a quick effect, so he's even more real good. Then for my other two monsters, the last two monsters I play the one, I forgot what it's called. One O-Lion, and then the one Glow-Bulb. O-Lion, like I said, you send it off with Mathematician to get its effects to go off. It just basically helps you get a free level 3 on the board. And then Glow-Bulb, it's just basically you also send it with Mathematician, so you can go off with Natiria's Place. So these two are very self-explanatory. Then, for basically hand trap hate for my spell cards, I do play Triple Call by the Grave. Triple Call by the Grave is really handy. It comes in handy a lot. Like, it's basically, you hate hand traps, so you gotta play Call Bys because of that. I do play one spell card in particular that's probably different than most BA builds. I do play Pot of Acquistiveness. Now, the reason why I play Pot of Acquistiveness is because it helps me recycle my cards. And this is very underrated for most Banish decks, especially when Thunder Dragons was a deck before they got hit. Pot of Acquistiveness, you basically recycle all your Thunder Dragon monsters, or you can recycle, well, for this particular deck, you'll probably end up recycling your Earths, like Glow-Bulb, Gigantes. You could probably recycle Gigantes. You can recycle your Maliciouses a lot more. You Psychic Wheeleder, Psychic Tractors. So it basically allows you to recycle. You can also recycle your Mathematicians and Fish Rhinos. So basically, it's a way to recycle your cards. Plus, it gives you a free draw out of all that. So it's like a pot of greed, basically by recycling your monsters. Sad thing is that you can only use once per turn effect, so that's why I only play 2. This is a hard once per turn, so that's the reason why I play 2. But it basically allows you to recycle your resources. So basically, when you're running low on resources, this helps you out a lot faster. Then for my last one-ups, I do play the one Foolish Burial and the one for one. 1 for 1 is just to help me get Glow-Bulb on the board if I have Mathematician and this in hand and another monster I could get rid of. I'll use 1 for 1 to help me get Glow-Bulb on the field, and then I'll end up normal summon the Mathematician and just go off. So there's another way I could go off. And the Foolish Burial is pretty good too. That's it for the main deck. So it's a 41 card main deck. It's pretty consistent and it works. In this current meta, this deck probably end up pretty much do very well. Like I said, you could probably cut out one of the Psychic Tractors and Psychic Wielders, and probably cut out Defrag if you desperately don't need to use it, just to go off with a little bit more combos. Mathematician, you could probably cut down one Mathematician to get you more hand traps. That way you could just slow down your opponent if you want to. I particularly, in this build, I want to go first, so I want to establish a board faster, so that's why I play Triple Call by the Graves. For the extra deck, I do play the one White Voltar token just because I'm O-Lion. So just basically I use it because of that. For the extra deck, I do play, for my only rank 8, I do play the 138 Hope of Harbinger. This is a way, if you can't get Materia Beast out on the board, this is another way for you to establish that. It comes in handy every once in a while, plus it basically protects your other XOZs like Levenair. So, like, if you have Levenair and this on the board, it basically protects your XOZ, because if they try to attack Levenair, you can choose this effect to bounce it back up, or, like, get to his attack and stuff. So it comes in handy every once in a while. For my rank 4s, I do play 1 Abyss Dweller, 1 Gallant Granite. I believe I pronounced that right. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below. And then the one number 60. Abyss Dweller comes in handy every once in a while. You particularly use it on heavy graveyard effect decks. This guy's very awesome. It helps you search out Block Dragon a little bit faster. So you could go off with this ability. And then number 60 comes in handy a lot, more than you think. It's just another way to help you draw faster and get more cards that you need in your hand. So basically it allows you to get rid of those broken cards that you don't need in your hand just to go off of combos. For my rank 3s, I do play the 1 Dante, the 1 Levenair. Levenair is just because of combo. Once you summon Levenair and you banished off with Block Dragon to banish off your Fossil Dino off of Block Dragon, Levenair allows you to get it back. So you can establish, first you want to establish a board after you get Levenair on the board, so you just go off more combos. Dante is basically, once you use Cherubini. I keep pronouncing his name wrong. Once you get Cherubini out on the board first, and then you get your level 3s that you need, you overlay to Dante so you can send cards to the graveyard a little bit. So that's basically part of the combo. The 1 Materia Beast, because you need Materia Beast, just because of Global. That's the reason why I played it. For my links, that's the only synchro. For my links, I do play the 1 IP Masquerena, the 1 Cherubini, and the 1 Nightmare Phoenix. Now, the reason why you only play 1 Cherubini is because you never really probably end up going for a second one. The first Cherubini is just basically for combo. IP Masquerena is when you're getting in the middle of the game, or if you're still during your turn and you want to get rid of the boards that you currently have, so you go and establish board, you go into some IP Masquerena, then you'll end up going to your Phoenix, and then you link away with these two just for your big boss monster after all. Sometimes you might not always get Fossil Dino in your hand, so you probably end up establishing a board where you end up having IP Masquerena on the board, as well as your rank 8s and stuff like that, so you could just, you know, IP Masquerena is just very useful for this deck in my personal opinion. Then Unicorn because of IP Masquerena, just in case, you know. The 1 Curious because Curious is broken. She's always broken. She basically gets whatever you need to the graveyard as fast as possible. I run, for my Link Force, I play 2 Sayuja. Now, Sayuja is extremely useful in this deck because you usually want to get those cards that you need in your hand as fast as possible. So you can establish a board and make it where your opponent just looks at you funny. So I like Sayuja because of that. Like, Sayuja is basically just the draw power. Like, this right here is your draw power. This is all the draw power you need. Because you end up getting 4 monsters on the board and you link away with all those just to go off. So I like Sayuja at 2 in this deck. And then for my last Lake 4, I do play Mecha Knight Crusader Anquimax. He's broken as it is. He's very underrated, and I think he needs to be, like, people need to go after this card as fast as possible before it skyrockets in price. It is broken, in my personal opinion. Like I said, you probably end up linking with Phoenix and IP Masquerena to establish him, so you could get your combo out on the board as fast as possible. Sorry if my voice sounds a little funny, it's because I'm a little bit sick right now. I got a runny nose and a sore throat, so I figured I'd come with you guys with these videos for this week, just in case I don't get a chance to do it for the next couple of weeks. And the reason why I haven't been able to upload my videos for the next couple of weeks is because, or last couple of weeks, is because the ban list came out, so I had to re-ep every deck I had in my collection. And then also, family issues also occurred, friend issues, things of that nature, as well as work. I had to keep working for the next couple of weeks to help me get out. Help me get the money that I can to get these cards for you guys for this channel. So I hope you guys do enjoy this video as well as the next couple of videos that will be coming up soon. For the side deck of this deck, I do play I play a small hand trap lineup in here. Excuse me there. I do play a small hand trap engine for my side deck, so I play 2 of certain hand traps, and then I play 3 of certain hand traps. Then there's a couple spells I do want to side out just because of certain cards that in your deck, depending on the matchup, you know, things of that nature. So for my side deck, 2 of monsters, I play double DD Crow, double Ghost Orc Snow Rabbit, and double Nibiru. Now the reason why you don't want to see 3 of these, you don't always want to side deck 3 of these into your deck, is because you don't want to see 3 of each monster. You really want to play a way where you could still have 2 monsters in your hands, so you could start off with your combo, and then that way you have a hand trap to disrupt your opponent. Nibiru is broken as it is. I think like Nibiru should get hit, in my personal opinion. Once Master Rule 5 comes out around April 1st, I think Nibiru is going to be skyrocketed in price, and the Megatons will be extremely bought out. But all these cards is very useful depending on your matchups. DD Crow is basically good against every single rogue matchup. Ogre is good against Spirals and any other matchup that's very hard to get by. And then Nibiru is good against almost all decks, besides control decks. So yeah. For the other monster that I actually play 3 of, is because I want to see it as often as possible, is Ghost, Ogre, and Spooky Dogwood. Ogre is broken, and I think it's underrated. It should be side-decked, period. What it does is basically every time your opponent special summons a monster, and when your opponent special summons a monster, it could be just like for that one monster, you discard this when they're about to special summon. You gain life points equal to the monster that's special summoned, and it gives your opponent a little bit of hope. It's like a max C, except you're getting life points. So when you go in game 3, you always want to side this in. Or you could go in game 2 and you can still side deck this in to be able to get you that free win. Ogre is very Spooky Dogwood is very underrated, and I think everyone should get your hands on these before they go up in price. If you don't have Dual Devastator, I would recommend you guys buy those as fast as possible. As you guys pretty much have seen on my channel, I have opened Dual Devastator. I might end up getting my hands on a couple more Megatons just for a special video for you guys. Might not be this week or next week, but it will keep coming soon. So I hope you guys are ready for those. As you guys saw throughout the whole entire time, I've been pulling very good stuff out of Ghost Esophagus Megatons, and I'll be trying to open up more other products, older products on this channel as well. But back to what I was saying, I think this is a very underrated card, and I think everybody should get their hands on it. For the spell cards that I do side deck, I do play Triple Twin Twister as my side deck card. The reason why I play Triple Twin Twister is because back row, you know, you need that back row hate. And then for my last side deck card, this deck does have a hard time going against established boards. So I do side deck the Dark Ruler No More because of that. Dark Ruler No More is very good against, like, once your opponent makes an established board, you'll play Dark Ruler No More. If they can negate this, then so be it. Because the only way they can negate this is by spell or trap. Usually most back row decks can negate this real quickly. But when you're going against, like, a combo heavy deck, this is really broken against that. So that's the reason why I side deck that in. That's it for my Black Dragon BA. I hope you guys do enjoy this video. Like I said, this deck has a hard time against certain back row heavy decks and things of that nature. So if you guys can figure out ways to change it, or you guys know some other cards that I could test in the deck to maybe switch it up a bit, or if you guys know what other cards I could play in the deck to help me out and making another established board. I've tried it with the Dangers. I've tried it with other level 3s like Junk Forward, Synchron, like, you know, other things of that nature. I've tried a lot of different engines with this deck, and I've also tried synchro plays with this deck. My personal opinion, throughout the whole time I've been working on this deck, I think this is a very, very established, beautiful deck, how it is. You guys can give me pointers down in the comments below. Let me know what cards you think I should try out, what cards I can switch around. I will also be trying to come out with a Light Torn deck profile very soon, as well as a Altercast deck profile as soon as I get my hands on a few other cards for the deck. Because I know a lot of you guys probably haven't got a chance to see a lot of other YouTubers that I take pointers from, and I establish how I can make these decks a little bit faster for my pace, and how I can make them work with my decks. So yeah, I will also be trying to come out with a Mecha Knight deck profile as well, as soon as I can get my hands on the newest Mecha Knight monster that will be coming out. But like I said, you guys let me know down in the comments below what cards you guys think I should try out, what decks you guys think I should get my hands on. And I hope you guys do enjoy this deck profile. Like always, Dragon Rockstar is signing out. Peace.